Hey guys, welcome back to another Lumley trading video. This is quite a big one because we've taken that next step in our trading journey, and today we have finally got funded. So as you can see, just want to put, this is what you get when you pass the Apex funding process. You get a certificate, which I actually quite like. I do appreciate it because it's one of those things, especially if trading is one of your main things you do, it's one of those accomplishments you can get, and again, you can always print it off, frame it, or at least you kind of just got that as a kind of momentum. But I wanted to also jot this again. You can see PA 25,000. So again, this is just the PA basically just means it's a live account. If you already got an account with Apex, you'll know that. And again, 25,000. So we are now funded, which is really great. And kind of want to just say why we got why we wanted to go through the funding, why we chose Apex, and basically kind of the key things. So firstly, why did we want to get funded? So as you may know, on this channel, maybe the last six to 8 months, we started to trade a bit of futures. Really like it. Trade Wednesday, Thursday, you got the natural gas and the crude oil releases, trade those every week. And as well, and I'm getting more into news trading, and with news trading, it seems to be a lot more efficient on the futures account, at least if it's pre-market. Because obviously it's pre-market, all you're really left with trading is SPY, if you're trading on the stocks. And again, then you can't use options, and options is my sweet spot when trading the stock market. So it's kind of looking at futures as a way to trade it in a different way. But now why I wanted it for the funding was, obviously we got our account, we've been trading it with our own money the last kind of, say, 4 or 5 months. And for the natural gas and the crude oil, that's fine. Happy to trade it with my own money, very comfortable doing it. But when trading those news releases, I don't feel as comfortable trading that in my own account. Just because, again, especially if you're trading just a singular mini contract, if you're trading it on the S&P, on some news events, it may move 50 ticks, it's 12.50 a tick. So, if that's on a personal account, and again, on the futures account, it's nowhere near as big as my stock and options account because I only trade it twice a week. Or sometimes the extra trade if there's a news event I want to trade. So I didn't really have enough money in there to justify trading a mini contract even on the releases. So to me, I wanted to go through the funding thing. I've been testing the new strategies for the last 5-6 months. They're working time and time again. They do show to be profitable. But again, it's one of those things I still don't want to take that risk on my own money. So it was going through the funding process so I could take the trades, make money from it. But if it did ever go against us, if for any reason we did, lose a big amount of money, all we would do in worst case scenario is lose the funded account. And that's what I really like about it, and you can kind of see on screen now, is you receive 100% of your first 25,000 per account and 90% after that. So to me, I said I really like that. And the reason for that is, but what it basically means is if I trade successfully, my profits are elevated because I'll probably trade a contract or two more if I'm trading with 25,000 instead of my futures account, which was around 5 to 10. So instantly I can trade more size, and there is no downside. I can trade more size and I can still get the same profit. And again, after the 25,000, yes, it goes down to 90%, but that's 90%. I mean, if you lose 10% of it, that's not really much. And considering the size increase that you would do, you're actually making money. So to me, it only made sense. I would make more money. But again, like I said, I would lose a lot less. So if a trade goes against me, let's say, so the max or the stop loss on the account I got, so the 25,000 is a trailing stop of 1,500. So it will stop once you get to 26,500. You can't then go below the 25,000. So that's where it stops trading. So if you get the account to 30,000, you don't still have a $1,500 stop loss. You still can go down to that 25,000. So what it basically meant to me was, as long as I'm profitable, I still have all the upside. And if for any reason I blew the account, I would lose a lot less than if it was my personal account. If I lose 1,500 on that account, obviously I would have lost that on my own account. And so, yeah, to me, it just made sense. When I'm trading the futures, it just made sense. And it's probably one of those things I would look to do on the options account if I could, but the funding possibilities for futures just really aren't that good out there, so not something I'd be looking into. And then as well, I mean, everything with Apex seems good. You get your 2 payouts a month. You can qualify pretty quickly. I mean, we started this one maybe 2 weeks ago, and we've passed it already. And again, if you're just following your own strategy, it works. Even if it takes a bit longer, it doesn't really matter. It's quite an easy qualification, I would say. So I was happy about that. And again, yeah, you can trade full-size contracts. That's fine. No scaling or failing by going over contracts. So again, some companies may kick you out for that. But again, they don't let you fail by accident, really. The only way you really fail is if you break the rule of your stop loss. That's really the only way you can fail. That's what I really like with Apex. Some other companies, if you enter an extra contract or something, you may get kicked off. And again, one good thing as well I did like with them is you also get to trade at multiple accounts. So again, you got to qualify each account. So if I wanted to go and get a second account, I still got to go and requalify for that. But you can trade up to 20, which is really nice because if you're going past 20, again, you can use, and they allow you to use a copy trader. So you can take the same trade on multiple different accounts, which really just means you're up. So, I mean, you can make really a lot of money if your strategy is well. There's the liquidity to take that trade. Again, a lot of money can be made, especially if you're able to copy it. So kind of just wanted to go through that. I think that kind of clears everything up. Why we wanted to get the funding and why we chose Apex to do that funding. And again, they have lots of options, 25k, 50ks. Again, we just started off with the 25k because it's a one-to-one kind of profit goal to stop loss. So I quite like that, again, especially because it's going to be our first funding account. I don't want to go crazy. People start off with 50, 100k. Considering I was only trading a 5 to 10k futures account before, I don't want to go to trading 10k to trading 100 because your psychology will probably get messed up. Whereas if I go from that, it won't be a massive increase from what I was trading before, maybe an extra contract. So, an extra $100 or $200 win or loss per day probably. So to that, again, from a psychological reason, it made sense for me to go for that account. Again, in time, if I'm doing well with the futures and I want to scale up, I can just get multiple 25k accounts, or again, I can always go for then a 50k, 75k, and you can go all the way up to 300k. So again, there's always room to progress, which I also did like. But again, I think that covers all the main reasons. If you want to go and try and become a funded trader yourself, again, they offer the futures funding. There will be an affiliate link in the description. Again, that is an affiliate link, so it does mean I get a commission if you join through that. If you want to join Apex, again, I don't even care if you don't use the affiliate link. Apex is still the one I would go to. Again, you can just go to apextraderfunding.com if you don't want to use that affiliate link. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, why not drop a like and subscribe, and check out this video here.